Amazon's The Rings of Power introduces a mysterious wizard arriving in a fiery meteor, which has sparked theories that this could be Gandalf. However, in Tolkien's lore, Gandalf's arrival in Middle-earth was far less dramatic. Today, we'll explore how Gandalf truly came to Middle-earth, what his mission was, and what he did in his early days, contrasting this with the creative liberties taken in The Rings of Power. First, let's remember who Gandalf is. Gandalf, originally named Olórin, was a Maia, one of the lesser Ainur, powerful spirits that served the Valar, godlike entities that shaped Middle-earth. Gandalf didn't come to Middle-earth by choice, but was sent by the Valar as part of the Istari, or wizards, alongside Saruman, Radagast, and the Blue Wizards. Their mission was to assist the free peoples of Middle-earth in their struggle against Sauron, not to rule them, but to guide them with wisdom and counsel. So, how did Gandalf actually arrive? Unlike the meteor crash shown in The Rings of Power, Gandalf arrived quietly by ship around the year 1000 of the Third Age, long after the events of The Rings of Power, which are set in the Second Age. Gandalf's appearance was humble. He arrived in the form of an old man, deliberately designed to appear wise, but not overpowering. This was essential to his role. He was meant to guide, not dominate. One key moment in Gandalf's early days was his meeting with Círdan the Shipwright, one of the oldest elves in Middle-earth. Círdan saw Gandalf's potential and gave him Narya, the elven ring of fire, to help him inspire courage and hope in others, something Gandalf would use in his mission to unite and protect the peoples of Middle-earth. What did Gandalf do upon his arrival? Rather than using displays of power, Gandalf traveled widely, observing the peoples of Middle-earth, building relationships, and quietly guiding them. He befriended elves like Elrond and Galadriel, offered counsel to the Dunedain, and inspired resistance against Sauron. Unlike Saruman, who sought leadership, Gandalf preferred subtlety and humility, influencing events from the background. This stands in contrast to The Rings of Power's portrayal of the wizard's arrival as a meteor crash. In the show, the stranger wields uncontrollable power and seems confused about his identity. Gandalf's actual entrance was peaceful, and he never struggled with his purpose. He knew his mission was to unite and protect, rather than directly confront Sauron with raw force. Why did The Rings of Power show a meteor crash? It's likely a dramatic choice to add mystery to the narrative, blending elements of Tolkien's lore to create suspense. However, in Tolkien's writings, Gandalf's arrival was far more humble, and he had no grand celestial entrance. By the time he reached Middle-earth, he had a clear sense of his role. Could the stranger still be Gandalf? There's a chance the show is compressing the timeline or reimagining Gandalf's story for dramatic effect. However, it's equally possible that the stranger could be one of the Blue Wizards who did arrive in Middle-earth during the Second Age. In conclusion, Gandalf's actual arrival in Middle-earth was much quieter than what we see in The Rings of Power. He came as a humble guide, tasked with inspiring and uniting the free peoples, not as a meteor-crashing force of raw magic. While The Rings of Power takes creative liberties, understanding Gandalf's true mission gives us a deeper appreciation for the role he played in Middle-earth's history. If you enjoyed this exploration of Gandalf's early days, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about Gandalf's arrival compared to The Rings of Power?